Chat, here we go. It's aZapatos versus Ayyjayy in the grand finals of the North American Champions Road. Ayyjayy comes from the winner's brackets and has 2 lives. He would have to lose 2 best of 5s to not get first place. aZapatos, approaching from the loser's bracket, will have to win this one and another one if he wants to get first. The predictions usually, unless otherwise stated, are for just the first best of 5. And usually they are redone if another best of 5 were to happen. Ayyjayy, air dribble resets is enough because aZapatos can't keep it out. You don't get rid of the W and L, you put an L next to both players' names in order to indicate they have now both lost and are theoretically both in the loser's bracket. aZapatos almost found the precision strike to take the lead. His wave dash shots just goes crossbar down and out. Is RL Duels dead? It doesn't seem like they update it very much anymore. And is it dead? I haven't checked it in the past couple of days, but I think it's still being hosted. Like if you go to it, it's still up. But its last show match I was entered was June 19th, which is pretty far in the past at this point. So I asked them, because I remember being like, I kind of want to see what the ELO currently is. Can I enter matches? And I think they did end up giving me approval. But I just haven't ever gotten to catching it all the way up. So it's your fault? I mean, previously it was running without any influence from me at all. Ayyjayy makes it 5-0. He was trash talking the current NA scene. The fact that he's Unk, retired, and still in the grand finals as the only one yet to lose. And now he's up 6-0. Kofor did not check in. That is how aZapatos so quickly was able to best him. aZapatos, after letting in 6, is now going to start getting some scoring on the board. I think I'm going to remove Justif as an emote. I just think that one was a stretch. Somebody typed it once, and then I just don't feel like it's like talking about forfeiting. I don't think the energy forfeit in that series, right? It kind of implies that they did, and I think the have fun meta is not forfeiting. I think it's just really their best plan of attack to win that series. So to me, it doesn't really work. Problem is I can't find it. I can't find it to remove it, so it's safe for now. aZapatos went down 6-0, right? Now the air dribble bump is going to make it 4-6. Oh, here we go. I didn't realize you could click a link to go straight to it. All right, it is gone. Ayyjayy finally able to get his 7th. Need to refresh the on-screen too. aZapatos. Slam to the back wall after he makes a save, able to recover and keep himself within 2. In a game that looked like Ayyjayy was going to run away with, but it's actually 5-1 since the 6-0 starts. Ban this dude, please. Okay, I can ban you. That's what you want. Ayyjayy looking for a bump and an undercut. Was not able to get either, really, and now it's aZapatos out the other way. And it's 6-7 with 46 seconds left to go. Ayyjayy rushing back in an attempt to stay alive and stay in control of possession. Does manage to not get demoed. Now 50 with aZapatos goes to pick up attacking corner boost. Still in control. Needs to be in control for 20 more seconds. Can he get a demo here? Surely he wanted one, but didn't connect. Now it's aZapatos the other way. Is he going to make it overtime? Air dribble does connect on a bump, but gets sent to the back wall. Has one more chance. Chip this one up high to the top of the arena. Ayyjayy up to meet him. Will steal it away and end the game 6-7. Game number 1 goes to Ayyjayy. There was somebody trying to type Ayyjayy 4 times. I didn't see that. Ayyjayy should FF. Ayyjayy should for real FF. I didn't see that. To be fair, we'll give Drew Burger timeout. Did he accidentally... Oh no, see, for a second he typed the J and the G and he almost had an excuse, but no, he went for it again. He went back for round 2. Made sure to get the J out of there. Ayyjayy really leading game number 2 as well. Only a single goal. Nice pre-flip. Will not get the boost steal. Has to try and delay, and it costs him his life. Can he respawn and make this save? No, that is a bad spawn. Learn to spawn better if you want to stand a chance. How do you get the big splash goal explosion? You watch this stream. Watch this stream for enough hours, and I do believe you will get the big splash goal explosion. Okay, you just asked it again, but I just said I can't. There's only so much I can do. Ayyjayy does get as many bracket resets as he wants. Did you get the big splash goal explosion? Yes, I have it. Does that make me cool? Does it make you want to follow the stream by any chance? Double jump bump. Ooh, Ayyjayy survives it. At least for now. Still not in a great spot. aZapatos was waiting to make this backflip challenge. Tested it at a couple different bounces before deciding to take one. aZapatos, great top shelf shots. Clean catch on the high lob ball. Ayyjayy faking the kickoff, using the zap dash against him. And now some wall dashes for a long shot. Gonna get himself demoed. aZapatos noticed that Ayyjayy was looking to stay in the play and punished him for it. Nice flick, but again, Ayyjayy's had some great saves. There have been some pretty strong attacks from aZapatos that have ultimately been kept out by stellar defense from Ayyjayy. But we've been talking up his defense too much, so of course he has to get scored on. 3-3. Just a bit over halfway through the game. Ayyjayy, chip up, and 50'd this in. Not with aZapatos, I don't think, but with the crossbar. aZapatos single jumping to survive the physical pressure. We find ourselves right back in a similar situation. This time Ayyjayy able to manage to get boost. And again has to worry about aZapatos chasing him down. aZapatos tried to jump up on the back wall and demo him, but couldn't connect. Ayyjayy, clean catch on the front flip. Not really threatening the net though. Take a pretty drastic wave dash cut or flip, which is why he decides ultimately not to shoot it and then ends up giving the ball away. This is the grand finals. We can put it in the title. Or sorry, when I say the title, I mean the score bug up there. aZapatos bump. Nice recovery flip. Not going to matter. Still, aZapatos gets his goal. But a pretty good half flip out of that from Ayyjayy. Ayyjayy going bump almost assuredly. aZapatos gets around it and gets a shot. Sometimes you become a victim of a follow-up bump whenever you escape the first one. But aZapatos too speedy on the recovery. And a bit of separation, something that aZapatos has not had. I think it's 3 straight goals for aZapatos. Ayyjayy had it up 4-3. And won't be able to get enough air underneath this ball before the aZapatos challenge. aZapatos picked up pads instead of playing the ball there. Probably the right decision, I guess, because the bounce was too high to take a real shot, as I imagine he decided. And now with 19 seconds left to go, going to get one last strong attempt, and as long as he doesn't get dunked straight to his net, wait a second. aZapatos, I'm so surprised he didn't slap this away and let it bounce off the wall. I mean, this bouncing off the wall in a different game context makes sense, but surely just slapping it away, and that's going to take like 7 seconds just to get the ball back. But instead he faked it and let Ayyjayy shoot it in, which is clearly the fastest way to goal. And now, with 0 seconds on the clock, he should be okay. Ayyjayy very low on boost, trying to pass to himself. aZapatos will ground it. Tied series in this first of potentially 2 best-of-5s. Game number 3. These are not Zapatos camera settings. They are going to adjust here in a second. Undefeated season. What I used to say about Arizona football is I would care until they lost, which never resulted in me having to care for very long. Now I just kind of don't care ever, but better at basketball? Yeah, I'm all about Arizona basketball. If you care until you lose in basketball, you usually get to care for quite a while, depending on how tough the non-conference schedule is. Azapatos expecting a race to the sidewall, or AJ to play the ball and just goes flipping past. ASU going far? I think I've heard that ASU is good or something. Again, I pay so little attention. But I do have some ASU friends and heard one conversation that seemed to imply that ASU might be good. Nice air roll around the ball. Yeah, the thing about college football is weird because if you just like lose, your whole season can be over. If you lose one time, that might be it. You saw a projection that they'll win every game. It's bad news for us. But what about when they play us? Not anymore? Wait, is there actually 30 playoff teams? Has it expanded? I know it expanded once. Did it expand again this season already? It's like everyone who wins their conference and a couple more. Does that sound right? How does it work? Ooh, Azapatos not able to score his top left flick. In and out save from Mr. AJ. Ooh, not what you want to see as a Azapatos fan. That follow-up should have been the one in the net. Instead, it's off the back wall. Did get a little bit of a ping, so get to feel like you got some post. AJ just double jump in to play keep away. Drewberg taking the complete accidental defense. Interesting. We'll see how it plays out. No, I won't be going to any of the football games. I will continue to barely even remember they exist. Almost surely. Azapatos not really able to control the ball before AJ challenges him over and over and over again. Azapatos just hanging out behind the ball. He doesn't get the boost either. So now AJ reset top shelf. 5-3 for AJ. Azapatos Grabs the reset, just uses it as a threat, but ultimately brings the ball to the ground and catches it to cut it into the bottom right. Wavy's on his way to London to prep for the World Championships in 10 days. It is the Champions Road after all, but Wavy is in the Champions Sky as opposed to the Champions Road. +2. aZapatos slight delay to get AJ out of position, force him into net, and then air roll to shoot to the left side of net. AJ somehow just got a save on that kickoff. Now in and out. No, aZapatos clawing it back. And now up 6-5. A minute left to go. AJ intercepts the ball carry. Can he get this to the net in time? No. Pushed it too far out. aZapatos able to stop him. Power slide cuts. Still not quick enough before the challenge arrives. AJ with a great chance now. aZapatos dove at the midfield, so AJ doesn't have to do anything special either. He can just tap it towards the net and should be able to equalize. aZapatos was maybe hoping for a demo, I imagine, right around that low portion of the wall. But he's chased after a couple demos on AJ and hasn't succeeded. Both those guys maybe zap dashing off that kickoff. AJ decides it's worth backing off, letting aZapatos have the ball. 19 seconds left to go. Flick, fake, dunked early. aZapatos and AJ back and forth. Ball trickles out to the corner. aZapatos just shoots immediately. Actually a pretty strong shot. AJ does manage to handle it. Where's aZapatos going? He barely cuts off the angle. And it is going to be overtime at game number 3. aZapatos won this kickoff and scored quickly in his last overtime. This kickoff not quite as favorable. aZapatos wants a demo. Doesn't get it, but he did chase AJ really far out of position. Might be good enough. AJ wants to defend close before a dribble gets started. So he gets a dunk and now thought about a wall challenge and then returned back to the wall and somehow not punished for it. Thought he'd be so far out of position. Dodges a demo again. aZapatos having a tough time connecting. Fake challenge, then pre-jump. Floats high in the air. AJ brings the ball to him. But now aZapatos, I was going to say on the wrong side of the play, but the bump helps with that a lot. The speed from aZapatos almost gets a shot. AJ able to guide it away. Demo means lots of space to the sky. aZapatos is already there. He pre-jumped it yesterday. Can he double this in? No, he cannot. So overtime continues. As aZapatos, no, he will get his goal quickly. After pre-jumping so early, steals the ball away, and then single jumps over the top of AJ while tapping the ball to the midfield in order to set up the power shot to go up 2-1 in his best of 5. aZapatos going to open up the scoring here in game number 4 as he tries to make the long trip down Champions Road. I meant to unperma that guy the first time, Chatter. We could unperma him, but it was too good for the setup. AJ 2 straights. Where is aZapatos going? Oh, he made his way back, so never mind. thought he had left an open opportunity for Ayyjayy, but I thought wrong. aZapatos keeping it simple after winning the kickoff. Ayyjayy rotates back and he just rolls the ball and sets up a hook shot. Ayyjayy landing on top of the ball, or on top of aZapatos, I should say, gets him the boost. Can he convert on this boost advantage before aZapatos gets the reset? aZapatos diving in. Ayyjayy decent 50, but aZapatos still there. Ayyjayy catch, didn't want to cut. Oh, he wanted to make sure that aZapatos is forced to apply the brakes, slow down, and then try and shoot past him. aZapatos off the ceiling, multiple resets available. You cannot stack your flips though. Ayyjayy reset, falls onto the post. Most awkward recovery you could possibly hope for, which means that ball is in your nets. aZapatos with the musty setup and the additional reset. Ayyjayy seems to know where he was headed and was ready to make the play. So as fancy as the setup is, it's denied and countered. What do stats say about the loser bracket guy winning the first match? I think they probably say that they don't very often win the first match. Let's think of the other 1v1 brackets today, though. Swift, I think, did win both of them straight to upset Wisty. Or it wasn't really an upset, but to beat Wisty twice. Nush beat Dr. Known twice, right? In the MENA one. In the European one, Toxic defended, I believe, in the first match. And then now we're looking at the North American one, and we'll have to wait and see. aZapatos giving a little friendly bump to Ayyjayy. It does look like everyone who has won the first wins the second as well so far, but I still imagine that the upper bracket player is, or team is upper bracket for a reason and ends up winning more often than not. Especially in well-seeded tournaments. Sometimes you can maybe sneak there with interesting matchups and poor seeding or something. But even then, you should still be playing at some point. Oof. The second best player unless someone eliminates them for you. So much woodwork, so much pinging. aZapatos. Will he eventually get his 8th goal? Oh, I really have to give control to Ayyjayy, who has gone so far out of net in attempts to pick up boosts. Oh my goodness, aZapatos. You hit everything, and then you just gave Ayyjayy the ball. You're expecting him to over-rotate, I imagine, and flip past that spot in net, but instead... Okay, there it is. He got it. He was just giving us a nice example of all the different ping sounds you can make. And then he just booms it straight forward with a front flip. And the last Cash Cup ones that you left, aZapatos won game 1. Next series. All right, that's a forfeit. So what do we do now? GG's. Series number 1 goes to the Dasher. Chat, we go. I need to update the series because Ayyjayy is no longer Wayjay. He's Layjay because he is also in the lower brackets. aZapatos managing to win the first best of 5 and putting Ayyjayy into the lower bracket with him, bringing him down to his level. Now, winner takes all. One last best of 5 to see who is the champion of the road. $18,000 on the line, but the difference in this specific game, as that's a great shot from Mr. aZapatos, is, I'm glad you asked, $250 to get $1,500 for first or $1,250 for second. Jake and Bake, I feel like you're here all the time, and I was about to have to. I was just like, that message was like a quick perma. That message is normally just a quick perma, and I was like, wait, but it's Jake and Bake. He's had such a history of chatting that would not get insta perma'd. Ayyjayy using the zap dash against him. aZapatos air dribble falls short. Ayyjayy threatened that ceiling challenge. Now go for the counterattack. He's no looking. Nice little no look for the fans as he slammed it away. He knew it was in. aZapatos saving this kickoff attempt. He took a little bit of a break in between the two series. Ayyjayy the one to seem like he wanted to keep going right here, right now. And yet maybe he was the one to benefit from the break more. aZapatos giving him one for free. Can he get back and turtle it? Not quite. It will be a long shot instead. You guys remember getting a long shot and being like, let's freaking go? Talking specifically about the like accolade that you get. If you shoot, I think from past midfield line, like and Ayyjayy just got an aerial goal too. If you look in the top right. Oh, so sick, dude. So sick. But before you can do aerial goals, you can do long shots. So yeah, getting long shots. Oh, so sick, dude. If only we could go back. Type 1 in chat if you could erase all your memories and play Rocket League first time again. It was pretty darn fun. Turtle badge was the best. When you're struggling to beat the season bots, the all-star bots, and you don't beat them every time, it takes almost no time before you're beating the rookie. Well, the rookies, like, you can never lose to, pretty much. They're doing nothing. But what's the in-between? Those take close to no time to beat as well. Then those pesky all-star bots, dude, every time they touch the ball, they roll it straight at the net. They're not called Feer bots. Camping in net while your friend scores? Yeah, dude, camping in net Camping in net was actually the play against the All-Star bots because every time they got the ball, nice shot from aZapatos. He's not an All-Star bot by any means. Because every time they got the ball, they'll just shoot a roller at your net. Every time. They don't care where you're at. You could be camped in net. If they get the ball at the midfield, they're just going to shoot a roller at your net. And then you can just drive into it and send it away. That was the real meta back in the day. I can't relate. I was Rising Star day one. I'm in Plat Perma. Sure, but that means you're still absolutely destroying the All-Star bots by now. I'm talking about even earlier on. Was a nice save. Ayyjayy gonna extend it even more. Unfortunately, though. 8-5. Oh, does he hold it? We have seen, I think it was Justin and Ayyjayy. Justin has held one before. Oh, Ayyjayy is not going to hold it. I don't think the ball would go in. I think that was definitely favorable for Ayyjayy. Up 8-5. He could have held it. Like, that was more of a courtesy break for aZapatos because I don't even know if that ball rolls in. And even if it does, it takes forever to do it. So it would definitely favor Ayyjayy. I don't want my points if Ayyjayy wins. If anything, guys, if you want me to spin it for you, I think it's actually courteous of him. Because I think if aZapatos is going to hold it, that's bad for him. It would have been really bad for aZapatos. Much worse. Even if the ball eventually did roll in, it would have cost him like a minute, if not more. Or maybe even like the full minute 30 if it even made it there. So Ayyjayy leaving is like, hey, I'm not going to make you lose. I'll go play the game instead, and you don't even have to be guilty of breaking the headlock. I don't get the point of rule 1 and 1s. Yeah, rule 1 and 1s is generally you aren't expected to do it. I think I have, though, in a tie game. Right? In tie games, you can basically say, all right, well, do I want to play out the game or do I just want to hold it to overtime and find out who wins in OT? Nice flick. Saucy finish, even though he lost. The rule 1 break is going to get you. Oh. Just make it quick. The karma is inevitable. Game number 2. aZapatos and Ayyjayy. We have watched ourselves a lot of Champions Road over the past 4 days, 5 days. Starting with Mina 2v2, then EU and NA 2v2, then a day break, then Mina 1v1, then EU 1v1. Now finally capping it off with NA 1v1. Although there is Champs Road 3v3, and we might dabble in Champs Road 3v3, but that's going to be a few days from now. It's not as packed and tight as these were. aZapatos going to be the first to score. Why is it not letting you claim the big splash goal explosion? Probably because you haven't prime subbed yet. Usually becomes available right after that. aZapatos just barely not able to get the angle. Ayyjayy turning the shadow in a very low-scoring game. aZapatos gonna sneak past. (2-0) heavy delay kickoff. Can't imagine this is how Ayyjayy wanted it to go. aZapatos said that karma was coming for him. Well, Ayyjayy has not scored since then. aZapatos has the reset, went low as a way to try and counter Ayyjayy, who was kind of threatening high and defending high. But ultimately, Ayyjayy still made it down to make the save. aZapatos just rolling through this 50. Every single thing seems to go his way right now in these games. Is this the karma he was talking about? Ayyjayy finally off the kickoff, chasing down into the corner. Gets a demo. Wants another demo, but aZapatos jumping off the wall in order to dodge it. aZapatos has to deal with the crazy dashing, chasing him down. Solid flick, but Ayyjayy waiting in nets. Why did you type DSC 1439? I'm not a racist. No one said you were. But now we all think you might be. aZapatos. Air dribble setup. Using that musty. Has been able to hold on to possession what feels like this whole entire game, and will eventually get a 5th goal. aZapatos with another first possession on the kickoff. Fakes Ayyjayy. This must be the karma he was talking about. Ayyjayy probably needs to get the scoring going. As we saw earlier, he's more than willing to forfeit when he decides that a game is not winnable. Nice save from Ayyjayy. And I would say this one is not far away if he didn't get some scoring going soon. We did not get any info on why Kofor DQ'd. Ayyjayy said he's basically summarized that he seemed to be tilted when he ended his stream and was gonna have to wait around for the next match that he ultimately maybe did not wait for. Ayyjayy with 50 seconds needs this goal and does get it after aZapatos saves just a couple more seconds off the clock. Nice air dribble over the top, but I don't think Ayyjayy has any boost to finish it. Is there a chance with 8 seconds left to go? Is there a world in which Ayyjayy sneaks this one out? Is he going to go delay on this diagonal? No, just powers through. Got a pretty good results, but not quite good enough. And game number 2 will go to aZapatos. A best of 3 separates us between the end of Champions Road 1v1 altogether. The final Champions Road tournaments for 1v1. Ayyjayy just started to play and then was like, wait. Normally the game is pretty smart to wait. Like it started as soon as Ayyjayy joined the lobby, which is just weird. Usually there's clearly like code in the game on when you should start the countdown. If 2 people join and they're the only 2 people in the lobby, it'll start the countdown pretty quick. If 3 people are in the lobby, I actually think it still starts the countdown pretty quick because it assumes the 3rd person could be watching. But then if there's exactly 4 people in the lobby, I think it takes a lot longer because it's going, these guys are probably about to play 2v2, so I'll give them a little bit more time to figure out the teams. Has anybody else noticed any of this, or do I just join way too many private lobbies? All I pretty much do in Rocket League is just join private lobbies. So maybe this is just something I'm noticing. But there's definitely a different amount of time that it will wait to start the kickoff depending on how many people you're in the lobby with. Anyways, all of that is to say, it's weird how it instantly started with just Ayyjayy in the game. aZapatos, nice save. Able to keep that inside the far post. Did not just miss a wide open one. Sports betting is killing Rocket League. I hope you're not implying that people are sports betting on this match right now. Are people sports betting on RLCS, dude? That's just so silly. We talked about this before. To me, the aZapatos double jump bump, it feels like it's got to be illegal, right? But I guess people were saying, how can Epic stop it? What kind of enforcement can they do other than not allow you to play their game, I guess? Ayyjayy, crossbar down. He is able to follow it up. You put my house on a 10-minute Game 7 OT in a best of 5? You're in trouble, brother. If you just put your house on it going Game 7, then you're getting scammed. Yeah, and the odds are really good, even for obvious matchups. Yeah, I don't know. That feels like a dangerous game. Until someone like DCs and they lose because it's like, I don't know. aZapatos playing from behind in this game number 3, but not far behind. 3 minutes, still a ton of time. A lot of scoring. 5-4. Whatever happened to the reset, the VIPs? They all got resets. Eventually, chat contributed enough. Ayyjayy trying his best to just continue to rotate around this ball and eventually get his possession, but aZapatos will bully him off and then try to catch him closing the distance, I imagine, with the power shot. But nice rotation back from Ayyjayy. AJ trying to undercut aZapatos, but aZapatos still the one to get the boost. 0 left for aZapatos. Nice flick. And by that, I mean nice fake. But he set it up like he might flick it. And AJ falling for it, going high. Pivotal game here right now. Game number 3 in a long day of 1v1. We were talking about this with the EU. The aZapatos, you know, fortunately got a forfeit. But if he didn't get a forfeit, he would have had to play so many 1v1 best of 5s. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, he got 2 forfeits. So he's killing it. This is, I take it all back. He's fine. Who cares how many games he has to play? He would have had to play if people didn't DQ in his bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now this would be his 7th because he got the bracket reset. Best of 5. I mean, how much is the fact that 2 different people in his path DQ helping him right now? Instead, it's only his 5th best of 5. aZapatos up 1 with 40 seconds. Pogo shot. There it is. We're waiting for it. We got it. We love to see the tall Sentio use its length to its best ability. A little pogo shots over the top of AJ. And that maybe secures the game too. AJ has not won a game since breaking the Rule 1. Although I'm not sure it applies in 1v1. Nice bump from AJ. He's gonna get a goal. aZapatos should be able to get possession off this kickoff. Even though he doesn't have it, he's got both boosts, so I just can't imagine he's in too much danger. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Could be in danger now. aZapatos actually wise to not flip into that. I think AJ was trying to use a pinch 50 in order to score, and he couldn't do so. He popped this one up. AJ has a chance. It hits the ground. Game number 3 goes to Mr. aZapatos. Game number 4. AJ and aZapatos. Will AJ send this the maximum distance by winning this game and going to 5, or is aZapatos about to end it? I tell you what, AJ's been watching streams. He's got Crimson Splash. That probably came from drops. aZapatos never really threatened anything, and I think AJ just used his zap dash in order to get going a bit too quick and shoot that ball off target. Vying for possession in the corner, though, goes AJ's favor. AJ is definitely a more frequent zap dasher. When I was watching Jack, when was I watching Jack? In the 2v2s. Jack was a pretty frequent zap dasher as well. aZapatos actually doesn't even necessarily do it that much compared to how much everyone else is doing it now. Nice power slide. Initial setup from AJ here. I want to show it again for a millisecond. Wall dash, power slide, catch. You got to be careful when you talk about aZapatos being the creator of the dash, because the dash had been around and been done by many before, including detailed videos explaining how it works. aZapatos was the first guy probably using it consistently at a competitive level that got attention for it. And that is where the aZapatos, or the Zapdash name, came from. Now, creator is probably not the way to phrase it, though. That's why people call it Zapdash? Yes. That's the way to think about it. It is this guy right here. Type 1 in chat if you invented the Zapdash and you're angry that it got credited to him. Ayyjayy, 3 minutes away from sending this one all the way down to the wire. Zapdash is just a cool name. Exactly. That's kind of why I was all about it when it was originally named. There's obviously a ton of people who are resistant, saying, "Oh no, don't name it after anybody." Or I'm like, I don't know. Even if it wasn't someone's name, Zapdash is just kind of like a good name. As Zap hits the Zapdash. Just kind of like a good name for the mechanic, even if we forget why we called it that. As opposed to, like, I always use this person's name. It's unfortunate for them. The zombie poop shark dash. It's like, okay, I'm not like that. You could never convince me to do that. But Zapdash almost even, you know, just kind of fits. You could almost think of someone coming up with that without even knowing an aZapatos existed. aZapatos bake with the resets as he starts to claw it back. Ayyjayy, a speed maniac, and it's gonna pay off. You call that? I'm not even reading that. Ayyjayy, can he score off this? No, probably not. Unless aZapatos misses, then he can score. Have you guys been enjoying late night Feer after dark? Front flip. Ooh, is not in. And the follow-up is good, though. Surely. This used to be regular stream times for the OGs. Maybe a little bit late, honestly. Actually, maybe even... No, this is like exactly stream time back in the day. How OG are we talking? When I used to play, I used to, or even when we just did NA show matches, because they'd all have to happen after my work. So they'd all be at late NA times like this. Ayyjayy a minute away from forcing game 5. Everything can come down to one single game. How OG were you talking? December 2021? Probably still pretty OG. if I hadn't switched to work from home in my main job, which allowed me to do like European player streams, and you followed before that, that's pretty OG. When I was doing only NA streams, even just NA show matches, Fear 500 days, oof, next gen days. I don't know when I first added a European portion to any tournament. I have to go back and check. AJ didn't recover this one in time. Not that there was ever much of a dream of 5 straight kickoffs, but you never know. $100 gifted if AJ sells. You're not very confident if you waited until essentially 0 seconds to say it. Oh, did aZapatos pause it? Instead of what? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if everyone should have admin anymore. You know, I was previously a big proponent of giving everyone admin. I thought, you know what? That's great. That's going to be really good. And then AJ just paused aZapatos when he was literally second, like he was a half second away from shooting it and like basically ending it, but instead it got paused. AJ typed out stop, then unpaused it, which has like a 5-second countdown, and then he still shot it, I'm pretty sure. Oh. When you just got the new admin controls and you want to test them out. aZapatos up 1-0. A slightly canceled Musty to start this dribble, but it's going to start all the way from the back corner. And AJ is going to give him the nice one. That's his best way to defend here. After that ball's past him, all you can do is compliments. Can't wait for Fear's controversial take. Can you tell the players that I really want to sleep and try to make game 5 low scoring? Thank you. Well, aZapatos is running it up, and if there's anybody who's indicated they could potentially want to get out early, it's AJ. aZapatos. Oh, he hit the Nush flick. I shouldn't call it that because people are going to freak out, but it's my only way to refer to it. The 360, keeping that back end of your car on the ground to help launch the flick. It's called a slingshot. Okay, that's fine. I like that. Dush is always trying to hit the slingshot flick. Flick's been around for a while now. Okay, we're all just going to pretend like that one wasn't special. Did you think that I was trying to rename flicks completely? Every flick just becomes a nush now instead. What do you guys want to make the DSC flick? What are we going to make the DSC reset and or DSC flick? It's truly the end game of all this DSC nonsense. Did aZapatos just help own goal? I think he did. I think that's... yeah, he just teed it right up and sent it straight to his net. Nupo Moxie, I am remaining neutral, topping out. I think it could go really either way. I think that if they played it online, that Moxie'd probably win. I think Nupo looked much more natural and played his game on land. So I think considering those two things combined, just feels really, really evenly matched. Moxie looked really good in his last few matches. So did Nupo, though. But Moxie maybe just ever so slightly better in the Nupo Moxie challenge. Again, has to be noted, that is not a land match. That is Nupo on 80 ping or whatever. Nice dunk. Ooh, the look back. I don't think this is a disrespect one. It could be, though, as he's mostly just trying to see how good the recovery was for AJ and whether or not he needs to sweat and go for a really quick shot or he can just chill out. AJ reset, trying to go up over the top of aZapatos, eventually gets the bump. These guys floating in the air for a long time. That was the last time he touched the ball. AJ just spinning his way down into the bump. One goal lead for aZapatos. Hook shot threatening right now. AJ, what a save. Oh my goodness. He put so much power on it as well as making the left to right adjustment that could be tough. AJ demo, this should be a goal. This one's going down to the wire. Bracket reset. Game 5. 5-5. Just about a minute left to go. AJ, the one on attack, has the boost steals, has aZapatos low. Still not the most clean ball to try and make a play out of. And aZapatos will challenge to try and prove that. AJ gets 100. aZapatos is forced back. aZapatos has been loving his pre-jumps. AJ switching up his pace, slowing it down. Now aZapatos backing off, a little bit scared to keep his constant challenging going, although maybe he knew he had the boost respawning underneath them. That will make his position far better, and then even get a counterattack, which should bounce in. Great decision from aZapatos to recognize that boost was respawning and to swing back around and get it right as it showed up. Now, just a little under 30 seconds left. AJ trying to get a bump. Chaining wall dash to try and make it happen. They get a reset here. aZapatos able to clear it anyways. AJ backing up. aZapatos doesn't even have to bring the ball to him if he doesn't want to, but he will take an air dribble. Land, flicked it too high. AJ, can he get a good recovery down to the ground? aZapatos playing keep away. This one has to stay up. aZapatos kills it, rolls it, and wins. It is a Game 5, 1-goal victory for aZapatos. The bracket reset secured, and he is the champion of the road.